As the first quarter of the year draws to a close, we're all feeling like we've been treated to some of the best games of 2025. From new games in some of our favourite series like Assassin's Creed Shadows, to fresh releases that offer plenty new like Atomfall, there's something for everyone. The best thing of all is that there's still plenty of new games for 2025 set to wow us in the near future too. It's looking like a good year. Civilization 7 is the best that Civ has ever looked, period. And that's high praise when you consider that we are talking about a franchise with some of the best 4X games in existence. Developed by Firaxis Games, Civilization 7 takes the tried and tested formula that we all love: exploration, expansion, exploitation and extermination, and adds a stunning map and less intimidating campaigns for us to enjoy. In this outing, your chosen leader will stay with you from start to finish. It will be your civilization that will be changing throughout different points of your playthrough, flipping Civ on its head. Obsidian Entertainment gives us one of the best Xbox exclusives of the year with the fantasy RPG Avowed. Set in the Pillars of Eternity universe, Avowed follows the story of a godlike envoy from the Ader Empire who is set on a mission to uncover and stop a mysterious plague that's threatening the living lands called the Dream Scourge. However, immersive story aside, what really sets Avowed out from the pack is how rewarding exploration is here. With every new area you discover, there will be a chest or some form of loot to find. If you didn't stumble upon anything, chances are you simply missed it. You'll find yourself going off the path, searching for side quests that meaningfully impact your story and character, and soon you'll realise that hours have gone by. Assassin's Creed Shadows kicks off Assassin's Creed Mirage's shift in direction to return to the modern era of the series' open-world RPG style, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but this is more than another one of those. The scale of this Sengoku-era set Japan is enormous and more realistic than ever before, and it's a huge and dense world full of discoveries around every corner. Split between two heroes, Naue and Yasuke. The former is a stealthy shinobi, while the latter is a combat specialist samurai. This means you're always risking something in play, forcing you to lean into each character's strength as a trade-off. Almost every mission after the opening hours can be played as either. We love both, but Naue's additions to the series' stealth are truly exceptional. She's fluid to play as, able to go prone in long grass or flip off ledges. Detailed castle designs mean each area feels like a fresh challenge, mixing interiors and exteriors to create maze-like spaces to master. Who would have thought that a medieval RPG would be one of the top gaming experiences of the year? Well, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a sadistic gift that will have peasants spitting in your face, guards kicking you while you are down, and will keep you coming back for more torture. This is a direct sequel to the last KCD game and sees Henry of Skalitz return. However, you find yourself back at square one after some unfortunate events, meaning you'll have to work up the historical ladder of influence once again. While the grind may be slow at first, as you scale up and embark on thoroughly well-written quests, you'll soon be hooked on that feeling of accomplishment as you work to overpower every person who did you wrong at the start of your adventure. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is open world, is also a marvel, and is a genuine joy to track through. Set in the north, Atomfall is a supremely British game that mixes together elements of Fallout 4 with Stalker 2 to create an experience like little else that feels like an adventure all your own. A freeform structure champions the decisions you make, meaning most players will have their own journey through unraveling the mysteries of this post-nuclear disaster world where mechs, mutants and stranger things roam. Multiple endings complement the loose nature of the game, and combined with the default settings that give you essentially zero hand-holding, you really feel like you're striking out alone. Brutal combat can wreck you if you're not careful too. In recent years, the cozy game genre has been flooded with titles that mainly stick to the Stardew Valley-styled box. However, Wanderstop flips the trope on its head by following the champion fighter, Alta, who is struggling to adapt to the new slow pace she finds herself in while running a tea shop. In fact, Alta is pretty much trapped in her new cozy reality despite her wish to find a new master so that she may redeem herself after suffering a recent string of defeats that weigh heavy on her mind. Wanderstop is full of whimsy on its surface, letting you discover charmingly named plants, grow resources and unlock new recipes, farm plants, grow hybrids and gather what you need from the world around you while also discovering stories from your custom. But this game at its core has a deep story all about change and Alta's journey through her trauma. After a very rough attempt to reinvent the franchise with Dynasty Warriors 9, it's great to see Dynasty Warriors Origins take the larger-than-life 1 vs 100 battler back to the drawing board. What results is a game that feels like it plays to the series' strengths while also feeling very fresh. Here, rather than loads of heroes to pick from, you have just one new character, Zilyuan, and this focuses on how you weave through the romance of the Three Kingdoms' epic historical tale. Able to read the winds of battle, any force you lend your blade to has a huge advantage in conflicts, meaning you'll quickly need to make decisions around which of the three kingdoms to back. Mixing light and heavy attacks together as usual, combat feels more tactile than ever, with quick counters and clashes, making battles feel high impact, yet still fluid. What's better than action and stealth individually? As Sniper Elite Resistance answers, how about doing both at the same time? Better than that, doing it to hundreds of Nazis. Like its predecessors, this mixes tense cat and mouse mechanics with ludicrous amounts of X-ray cam gore to really allow you to revel in your WW2 mission of liberation with extreme prejudice. Plonked into occupied France in 1844, this feels like more of an addendum to the brilliant and brutal Sniper Elite 5, then full-on sequel, shifting the narrative from Carl Fairburn to the formerly supporting hero Harry Hawker. Some may dislike that this feels more like a continuation than a complete reinvention, but considering the quality of the fifth adventure, building on what there results in a smart and considered sniping game here. Move over. Kiryu-chan, like a dragon. Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii ditches both recent series protagonists Kazuma Kiryu and Ichiban Kasuga to spotlight fan favourite Goro Majima is his only solo game to date. Feels like a long time coming too, as Yakuza 0, in which he co-stars, is still one of the best Yakuza games ever released. Many years have passed and he might start the game with shipwreck-induced amnesia, but he's still the Majima fans have loved over the years. Teaming up with the young boy who saved his life, he sets out on a pirate quest to uncover a mysterious treasure. And wouldn't you believe it, it turns out to be in the midst of a crime caper conspiracy that spans Hawaii and the many islands nearby. Sure, there are some problems with WWE 2K25, as there are in plenty of sports games of the modern era. WWE's high-octane glitziness may justify some of that in my fashion, but you still can't get around that this entry can sometimes feel less money in the bank than it is virtual currency right out the wallet. But that's this, by God. That's Gameplay's entrance music. It's rushing the ring. This is the best feeling simulated wrestling has ever felt, combining the immediacy of the classic SmackDown vs. Raw era with some truly sublime animations that sell every impact in the ring alongside the personality of every wrestler in it. Busy work be gone. Monster Hunter Wilds is a game that understands the appeal of the series' core loop of teaming up to fell big beasties to craft better, stronger gear and zeroes in on making sure that's the bulk of the experience. While some vets may miss the slower rituals of older games' hunts, like tracking and paintballs, the immediacy of your clashes with massive foes using almost as large weapons is electric in this new entry. While the end game challenge we crave is still to come, build creation is smarter than ever thanks to the ability to take multiple weapons on hunts and a revised skill system. But other standout additions are more obvious to players of all levels, all revolving around the detailed maps that feel like living, breathing environments. For years we've enjoyed building up hospitals and university campuses across strange biomes and unlocking even stranger contraptions along the way. However, the newest 2-point series entry, 2-Point Museum, is the best game yet. Here you'll be managing a series of museums. Complete objectives, send experts out on dangerous expeditions to find more exhibits, and work to keep your museum profitable. 2-Point Museum is packed with all the fun and whimsy from previous 2-Point outings, while also introducing some exciting new features to spice up the gameplay. Expeditions have consequences that can result in some untimely staff deaths. You can build exhibits such as aquariums and ghost rooms, and guided tours are a great new way to earn some cash. The creators of Life is Strange may not be tied to that brand anymore, but they still bring plenty of that same vibe to Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, Tape 1. This is another teen girl coming-of-age story that balances its charming, heartwarming 90s setting with something sinister and strange beneath the surface, and is one hella good time. Importantly, this isn't just Life is Strange with the numbers filed off. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage revives what we loved about that series, but brings plenty new to the table, while still being a narrative-first game in which you make plenty of dialogue choices and explore a lot of environments. Split Fiction is the best co-op game that you will play in 2025, trust us. From the minds that bought us the go-to title for couples in 2021, It Takes Two, Hazelight Studios delivers another 2-player masterpiece here, following the story of 2 writers trying to escape a machine that's extracting all their ideas. Split Fiction will throw you into several beautiful worlds along with uniquely crafted levels. As you and your player 2 search for glitches that can stop the machine, you'll experience a ton of different styles of gameplay along with Hazelight's signature platforming focus. Shoot targets and create portals, engage in some snake-style gameplay or fly dragons while avoiding rock slides. Every second of Split Fiction is exciting and is packed with obvious love and nods to classic video games.